So if you log into daily and onto the name service page, it gives you a little button you can click here. You can just Google search who is, but you can also get to it through here. Look down here, see what the name servers are. Name servers ns1.ukm10.siteground.biz and ns2.ukm10. So just check that. Go to my accounts on SiteGround. asm1.ukm10.siteground.biz. Yeah. Okay, so you did this 9, so that's 12, so it's about 15 hours ago. It could take up to 24 hours. It should be done by now. So yeah, there's a possibility that the various caches around the DNS caches around the internet haven't fully updated yet. That's why we're having this problem. But it's more likely that our computers locally cached the wrong DNS information, right? So we'll try that. No, that's not enough. So close anything to do with that website. Yeah. Make sure there's not another window open somewhere with it on. So the website's gone. Then go on to settings, clear your history basically. Is that it? Is it clear browsing data? Yeah, isn't it? Clear browsing data. You want the cookies and the cached images and files. Right? Clear it all. Then because we've just gone there again, the computer cache will, the operating system cache will have again stored the wrong information. So I'll just flash that again as well. Command prompt admin. If you want to do it, it's ipconfig/flush DNS. Right. And let's try again. Okay. We've got a problem there, so okay, so you've got a problem with either of the WordPress installs we've just installed not working. We've definitely flushed all the caches, so it's not that. So it's potentially that it hasn't resolved yet after 15 hours, which is very unlikely. So it's, you call support basically. With SiteGround, we're on a premium plan. They've got a great support, so just call them on. I don't know where the email's gone. Is it in draft somewhere? Oh my god! It's not logging at all. Is this one right? Oh, because we yeah. They've got a great support number, so call them and ask them. But once you've got WordPress working on both of them, then yeah, you log into WordPress, you install the plugin, the backup migrate plugin or whatever, and import the settings. Make sure it's all working right once you've done it. And then if you're installing both of them, mobile and desktop, then you need to go through to every single page that's in there and add the free tags in the relevant places to let Google know which one what's a canonical tag, and which one is a duplicate content with the relative tag or the alternative tag. You may need to do some googling for that or not, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's what you do when you check it all thoroughly several times to make sure it's all working, and then if you're happy with it, then add it to Cloudflare, which is potentially a different video. For websites where we're not bothering with 2 copies, mobile and desktop, it's a lot simpler. You just create the add-on domain, install WordPress, and then import it, and that's that. You know, obviously you need to check it works again. On that note, are we ones that have been SEO'd like Jamie's that work well in Google at the moment and gets a lot of traffic from it? Do we want to change it onto HTTPS? I don't think so, to be honest with you, because we're going to lose. It's going to lose all the yeah. So we're only moving on to HTTPS. We're only moving on to HTTPS ones that we know imminently we want on an SSL certificate, and we're going to put the extra work in to redirect things and all that stuff. Okay. So yep. Final note: after you've installed both websites, you then need to redirect. For Joe's one, you then need to redirect the non-mobile traffic, because all traffic will be going to the main domain. Okay, that's where his AdWords ad traffic goes. That's where his SEO traffic goes at the moment. That's going to become the mobile one. So you need to set up a redirect on the server at the earliest possible point on the server to redirect all non-mobile traffic to the subdomain for a desktop one. So you need to speak to SiteGround to do that as well. And then a final thing which is really important is we need to set up redirects for all from HTTP to HTTPS. We need to set up 301 redirects so that Google knows that we've redirected it. You also need to let Google Webmasters know this. So in htaccess you need to set up 2 redirects. One of them is to redirect all non-mobile traffic to a desktop subdomain. Another one is to redirect all HTTP traffic to the equivalent HTTPS URL. Then you need to let Webmasters know that you now prefer the HTTPS. Okay, so yeah, you'll log into Webmasters with Rory's details. Then you'll need to verify it, which will be a lot easier once we're on our own server and can add various things, you know. And then at the moment you see it's HTTP, then you'll add a property which is HTTPS hckhomes.co.uk. Actually, you'll add a few of them. You'll then also add HTTP and HTTPS, the subdomain for desktop. And then you let it know. You click on. I can't show you the options because it's not verified. But once it's verified, it's got options, and you let Google know which is your preferred site, and which you let it know which is your mobile site and which is desktop site. And you let it know what option you prefer out of HTTP, HTTPS, or whatever. So Google knows which one to start trying to display in the search engine results and stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you what the rule is to redirect. So anytime we install HTTPS for any website, which on this first lot of migrations we're only doing for Joe's, so 3 of Jamie's sites and my parents' Villa website, we're not adding to HTTPS. Alright. But whenever we do HTTPS for any website, we then need to add redirect rules, and you need to add it in two places. You need to add it on the server for when Cloudflare is down or we've turned it off or whatever, and then you also want to add it in Cloudflare to redirect before it goes to the server, so you're not wasting time going to the server and getting redirected and going back and forth. But you need it in both places. So this is how you do it in Cloudflare. You just create a page rule, and you'd put in the so if you put a star, a / star, that's any page after the /. So anything that starts with this will get redirected. Okay. So then you add a setting. So I was about to add a forwarding URL. I didn't manually, but it's actually got the it here. So there's actually a few settings. So you can put a forwarding URL and send it to HTTPS. Do HTTPS rewrites. Always use HTTPS, but because I'm trying to show you how you do it on the server, I'm going to use the forwarding URL. So it would be a 301 permanent redirect to let Google know that it's always going to be there from now on. So over time, please pass on any benefits that were going to the old one, SEO wise, any backlinks or anything. When you add that, okay. So you need to add this to a htaccess file, which you might have to ask SiteGround for the exact code, or there may be a setting on the server somewhere. Then you need to add another one for the desktop subdomain, right? So that would be New Life, wasn't it? New Life dot HTTP homes. Anything after that would be sorry? Oh yeah. Okay. We've both got the 301 code, which isn't going to matter at all for this one because there's no SEO going to the new subdomain, but for this one that'll pass on any benefits for backlinks and stuff. So you'd add that to the htaccess, which I think you probably get to by going to cPanel, sign back in. I won't let it sign back in for some reason. Fuck. So if you go to cPanel, if you scroll down to, there's probably a better way of doing it, which you'll find out on there, but I want to kind of give you an understanding what the htaccess file is. So if you go to File Manager, click on